Well. What's going on, good people? How are you all doing? Welcome back.
Yes.
Welcome back. And
Welcome back, friends. Yes.
yeah, it's Wind Down Wednesday, and we're sitting here. We're getting ready to chat it up. We're getting ready to talk about it. You know, you know how we do it. Grab your glass, get your drink, whether it's water, kombucha, lemonade,
Cranberry juice, a little
cranberry juice,
drink.
wine, Sprite, whatever you want, and get your popcorn because it's about to go down.
For sure.
We are about to have some discussions up in here that y'all know how we do it. Gonna be hot. It's going to
Yes.
be hot.
Yes.
So, y'all know who I am. I'm Sandy. I'm sitting here with my friend and my
Okay.
sister.
Hey, it's your girl Chanice. Y'all know what time it is. We do this every single Wednesday on Wind Down Wednesday. So make sure you spread the word, like this post, comment, share. You can run the video back if you miss it. But tune in. Welcome,
Hey,
missionary saints.
hey, hey,
With
hey,
Deacon Missionary Saints and
and
friends.
friends.
Welcome.
Welcome. What's going on, Auntie Sharonda?
Hey,
Thank
Sharonda.
you. Thanks for tuning and congratulations. My auntie went and got her master's degree.
Hey, you go,
You
woman.
know, she's
Yes.
doing it up,
Yes.
praise Jesus. She finished.
Congratulations.
Yes,
Yes.
she did what she do because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't
No,
matter
no.
what you do, set your goal, do what it is, and there it is. So congratulations on your master's degree, baby.
Yes.
So
Congratulations.
I'm proud of
Wow.
you always. And I ain't got none but mass love for you.
That's right.
And
Our sisters out here, straight
that's
queen.
right.
So
That's
congratulations.
that's my auntie, and she doing the darn thing.
That's
Do
what's
the
up.
darn thing, auntie. Do the darn thing. Love
Yes.
you. So, what's going on, sis? How your
Well,
week been?
I'm good. It's been quick, thank God. It's been quick. I'm grateful I'm running a special at the salon. So if you're in Cincinnati, Ohio, on Wednesdays, the whole month of June for my Geminis and my Cancers, I'm running a special on brows, $5 razor on your brows. Got some other things going on my little special, but my flyers on my page, Shanice Gibson Arnold, or my business page, The E Experience. So every Wednesday, I try to, for this month, trying to run a special for my Cancer and my Gemini. So just try to switch it up a little bit. But yeah, it's been going great. Same motions, different day. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. I get that.
grateful, and grateful again.
Yes, I get that. I
How are
get that.
you?
I get that. Girl, wonderful week. Great weekend. I did a drive by to see my siblings, my sisters in Toledo. So
Oh
I went,
yeah,
yeah, I went up to see them just to get a little. Every once in a while, you got to get a little love. You know what I'm saying, from your peoples.
for sure.
So I had to drive up the way and give some love and get some love back and hang out for a little bit. And I came right on back home. But the rest of the week has been wonderful. It's been great. We've been doing what we do. What's going on, my dear friend?
Hey Robert, thanks for
Tuning
tuning
in.
in. Hey,
Thanks
it's
for
sexy.
listening.
It's sexy bald head season. I'm just
It's
saying, sis.
sexy. It's sexy bald head season.
You know what I'm saying? Bald head.
It-
We bald head by choice out here. You know what I mean?
so go ahead on and get that stuff. I need another haircut now. But life is good. God is good. It's no complaints. I'm in a good place in life. My daughter's doing well. My family is doing well. My friends are doing wonderful. So I mean,
Can't
what else can
complain.
I say? What else can I say other than God is good? I mean, He's truly good. And I really mean when I say, when you see that smile on my face.
Baby,
Hey, you know
listen.
what time it is. What's
Yeah.
going on, Bet?
Hey, Yvette.
My sister getting married in August. I am so excited about it
Yes.
because I am the MC at the reception, and y'all already know what's going to
It's,
happen.
it's gonna go all the
Baby,
way down.
it's going down. It's going down. It's going down. You know,
Definitely a day to remember. Yes.
I don't like to say I can't wait, but I can. Patience is a virtue. So I'm waiting. It's going to be a wonderful, beautiful wedding. I already know because that's how she is. You know, it ain't gonna be nothing less. So I'm
Classy.
excited about it.
Straight classy, yes.
Straight classy. I'm excited about the move, the moment, the all of it. You know, everybody that's gonna be there. It's going down. It's just going down on August the 21st.
Hey.
That's what we do. And guess what? That's just a couple months away.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, you know, we already about to be in July. Ain't that crazy?
That is crazy. That is
Mm-mm-mm. I'm
crazy.
loving it. I'm loving this weather though. Like if it could just stay like this all year round, Lord. Oh my goodness.
Right now, I am enjoying it. I am enjoying it. Yes, dear friend, you are welcome. So
Yeah,
toast and cheers to the wedding that's coming up in August.
that's right. Cheers to the brides to be.
I already was talking to my friend, and you know, we already got the flights and we on our way in August. You know what time that is? It's going down. You know, it's going down. I'm excited about it. Cheers.
For
But
sure.
yeah, life is good. It's all good. But so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Oh yeah. Happy birthday to Ma Dukes. You know, make sure you
I
tell Ma
know. Yeah,
happy
for
birthday.
sure.
You know,
Yeah,
I missed it because I was up the road, but
that's
tell Ma
okay.
Dukes I said happy birthday.
You know, I certainly will. Yes, we had a good time. A lot of people came through at the house. Wow, she was so surprised. So it was a really good time this past weekend.
Good. I saw her better half today, and he was saying how they missed me at the celebration, and I told him
Yeah,
I really didn't miss me. I was there in spirit, but
it was. You know, the life of the party can't be everywhere. You know, so
absolutely, you know, this ray of sunshine here. You know, I can only be in so many places at one time, but it is what it is. We got to do what we do to make it happen for our people. So, you know, I just want to say happy Father's Day. Let's say
hey,
it right
to the
now
gas. Yes,
to all of those that are
doing it 365. Yes, every
24/7.
day is yours for sure. Yes.
Every day is yours. It does not matter. You don't need a day to be recognized as a father. You know, whatever kind of father you are, hey, that ain't for me to say, and that's not for my sister to say. You know what you are. You are a father, good, bad, or ugly. Happy Father's Day to you.
Right.
So
Do your
celebrate.
thing. Do your thing. For those fathers who've been holding it down, who've been in their kids' life, not just financially but physically, just keep it up. Keep doing what you do. Because the most important person is your child.
It's definitely be a part as much as you can, when you can, why you can, and how, because I think it's extremely important that fathers be in their children's lives as much as possible,
Yeah.
and vice versa. Mothers are in their children's lives as much as possible. It should never be a one-sided trip.
Nope.
It
It
should
takes
never
two.
be driving on one side of the road and that's it. You know, you shouldn't play basketball on the same side of the court every day. You know, spread it out, share,
Share the love. Share the
share
love.
the love, and because that, with all of that being said, we got two scenarios for you guys tonight, and y'all know we get our ideas and thoughts from somewhere else and some other
Conversation.
people,
Lots of conversations that we have with lots of folks.
lots of people. So the question is, if since we're talking about fathers
For
and
sure.
Sunday is Father's Day, should there is this couple that was in a relationship. They were in a relationship, mind you. Can I say that again one more time?
Word.
They were in a relationship. She got pregnant. They split up close to her due date. She knows that it's coming and got to go to the hospital and got to go into the delivery room. Should she be allowed to put a restraining order against the baby daddy, who she used to be in a relationship with, to keep him from being in the delivery room? I'm gonna
Ooh,
need a
Lord.
little
You
help with
know,
that scenario. Now, this
here's
Father's Day weekend,
ooh, baby, listen, here's the thing. That's a loaded question. You know why? Because we don't know what's gonna happen on the back end.
but
So,
does it matter? Does it matter what happened on the back end? Does it really matter what happened on the back end?
It does if it's causing
Doesn't
for her to
he have
have
every right?
if it's causing for her to have a restraining order, like that's pretty deep. Like something had to happen where she got a restraining order. So that means definitely he can't be there if that paperwork is in place.
Auntie says he should be allowed to be in that room.
I agree with you, Auntie, but I don't know what the other circumstances. So I'm on the fence, Auntie. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence, people. I'm on the fence because I don't know why there's a restraining order in place.
But say, because I don't know all the
Because you can't,
details.
because I know personally from a restraining order, you can speak on this definitely because you know too. There's no separation. Like once it's in place, like it's not. Oh, it's in place, but when you had a baby, it ain't in place no more. Like
Right.
it don't work that way.
Restraining orders last 6 months, year, 5 to 10 years. It varies. It just depends on the restraining order and what it's for.
Right.
Now, the question still remains: should she be allowed, just because they broke up? They're not together anymore.
Right.
Should she be allowed to put a restraining order on him to keep him out of the delivery room? Should he be forced to go to court and fight it? Now, with him doing all of that, she'd be done had the darn baby. So
I just think that as women, we have to get to a place where, and there's a lot of immature people, period. I'm not just gonna put it on all women. I'm not just gonna put it on all men. There's immaturity in all age ranges, all genres across the world. Let me say that. But if a man wants to be in his child's life and is trying to be in his kid's life, that mother should allow that. But you got and that's easier said than done. Like I said, depending on the situation. But I think that if he wants to be there, he should be allowed to. And a lot of moms get in their feelings because either they broke up or he got a new girlfriend or he got married, and they feel some type of way. They want to hold on to that. They use that child as bait. And I just don't think it's fair. If he want to be there for his kid, he want to be in the delivery room, let him be there. Let him sign that birth certificate. Let him bring over them diapers. Let him come see the baby, So that's how I feel about it.
So, okay, so they were in a relationship and they were together for a while. So she got pregnant. They split up at some point right before the delivery got ready to take place. For whatever reason, they split up. They're not together.
Right.
So she wants to put a restraining order against him because she knows he's going to be in the delivery room, or wants to be there when she has the baby. So my next thing is to this: how does he know it's his? Would you recommend a do a
paternity
test before all of this even take place?
Yeah, I think if there's really no reason for dad to be on a restraining order, that's kind of petty. I would have to know again the back end. But Sharonda said her life can be in danger while he's in there. Blood pressure elevated, breathing issues. He should not be allowed. You're done. The baby supposedly was conceived in love. Now it's no more. Her life and the baby life could be in danger. That's a good point, Sharonda. Never thought about that.
Yep, it could be. It could be. It could be totally in danger. And then I'm like, because that is what happened. You could elevate the blood pressure, or you could, a whole lot of things could happen.
Yeah, that's right.
She could go under stress. The stress could cause her to, I don't know, to have a stroke, heart attack. You got medication going on in your body, and they're trying to make sure that you're okay and the baby is okay. But the question is too, should she do it? Once again, should she be allowed to do that? And should they take a paternity test prior to that?
So I don't know. Like again, she should be allowed if it was an example like how Sharonda gave. She's in danger, then yes, she should be allowed. But if not, it's just she and her feelings, or she upset that they broke up. That's really not a reason to have a restraining order against someone. They really have to have done something to be put. You can't just walk up to random people and be like, "Hey, I want to put him on a restraining order." There has to be a reason behind it. So, so that's what I would say. As far as DNA test, paternity test, I don't know nothing about. paternity test while you're pregnant. After the baby is born, I don't know how long they wait. I don't know that process either. But if I was the guy, I definitely would get a paternity test. Fellas out there, it's been a lot of trickery going on both sides of the fence. And so if you feel more comfortable getting a paternity test, get a paternity test.
I do know that you can take one while you're pregnant. I don't know how far in advance. I don't know if it's 3 months or whatever the case may be. I know you can take one and you can have it done, and just to see before the baby is even born.
Wow. Okay.
See who's the father. I just don't know the months that the mom has to be in order for them. Because at what point is the baby
fully developed?
Yeah, developed enough where you can get enough of the baby's DNA to determine who's the father. I mean, if the father is the father. So
right, I would assume closer. I would assume closer to due date. I've had an amnio before where they had to puncture the water, so I would assume it would be closer to due date, so like 8 months, 9 months, close to mom, ready to deliver.
Right. So it's just, I mean, it depends. I mean, do I think she should get a restraining order? I don't know for her safety, I'm going to say if she feels her life or the baby's life is in stake or in jeopardy. What's up, Doreen?
Hey, Doreen, thanks for tuning in.
Happy birthday. See, y'all got
Gemini season. Yeah,
I ain't no fan favorite of some Geminis, but it's
whatever.
Just so I love y'all. I'm glad I ain't hooked on that sign, the Gemini sign. I ain't hooked on no zodiac. I'm hooked on my friends. So, happy birthday, Doe. Thanks for tuning in.
Happy birthday.
Just to get you caught up, Doe, we're talking about, should a mother who recently broke up with her boyfriend, aka
child's father, possibly child's father, yes.
Should she allow him to come in the delivery room, or is she right for taking out a restraining order on him to keep him from coming in because she don't want him in there? They broke up. For whatever reason, they broke up. I don't know the story. I don't know what's behind the story, but should she allow him to even come in? Who has to say? See, this is another thing. Who actually has to say about who comes in the delivery room? Is it the child, the mother of the child, or is it the mother and the child? Is it the father? Is it the doctor? So who really has to say other than the mother? Because we know she got to be in there to deliver the baby.
It's definitely the mother. It's definitely the mother.
Who has to say so about whether or not who comes in and who does not?
And then not even just that, who can stop him if he does come?
Well, he got to scrub up.
So I mean,
I don't think they're gonna let.
I'm pretty sure no. If we get, and our no talk. We on Talk Radio is Wind Down Wednesday. We talking about, and I know globally we have viewers. So if there are any doctors out there who's been in any of these types of scenarios or situations where they had to say, "Hey, I can't let you in," chime in. We love to hear from you. You can type in your comment. You can call in, talk to us.
I'm like Sharonda. I'm like my auntie. She says the doctor, period, has to say. And I believe that, because I think that at the end of the day, if that mother is requesting that father don't be in that room for whatever reason, she has that very right to not allow him to be in there.
True.
Because if she feels that, it's going to cause stress, and she tells the doctor that it may cause stress and it may cause harm or whatever, or he'll get in there, or she don't want him in there, then I think that it's the mother's.
It's her call.
And she's the one that determines this, to say whether or not, but does she need to go get a restraining order to keep him out of there? I say that's a little, she pushing that thing.
If she got a restraining order, I mean, he can just forget it. If she does have one in place, then it's over. So
yeah, she's pushing it though, to have a restraining order against the father of your child, to keep him out of the delivery room. That's major.
It's got to be something pretty bad. Yes, I agree.
Because at the end of the day, who's to say, you might regret it down the road. You know, it's like he missed out on that moment of seeing his child being born, you know, and it could
Right.
be the fact it could be the first child that he has, and you're taking that opportunity away from him by not allowing him to see the his child being delivered in the delivery room. I think that's a bit much, but I'm not in those shoes. I'm just telling you how I feel. I think that she should be, you know, very careful, because at the end of the day, if he goes to court, the DNA test comes back, the paternity test comes back that he's the father of the child. Now what?
Time to move forward. Time to make some different moves. Try to make
Now,
time to make some different decisions.
well, you're right, Sharonda. If he lets her calm down, she just might, but she don't have time to calm down, because the baby is about ready to be delivered in the next few days or whatever. And you know the unfortunate piece. Let's just keep it 100. We as women, we hold things for a period of time before we just let it go. And I can't see this mother, if it's however crucial it is, and however deep and sincere and serious it is, or whatever
Right.
it may be, I just cannot see her just saying, okay, you can come in. If it's a real major issue, I think she's going to stick to her guns and say, no, you
Right.
can't come in, and we're going to leave it at that. So that's my take on that. Is
It's
she
pretty
right?
deep. It's pretty deep.
Yeah, is she right for doing the restraining order, and making him go through the court system to?
I can't say. I can't say because I don't know what her reasoning is for him to even be on one. So I really can't give an honest, opinion on that because I don't know why he's on one. Obviously, if it's something that's life and death, that's not something to play with.
Right. I am going to say I don't think, because my thing is this: if you are in a relationship and you decided that you want to lay up, and then she gets pregnant, and for whatever reason something happens and you guys are no longer together on either part, you should never want to try to keep your child away from their father or mother. You know,
Mm-hmm.
unless there was some type of abuse going on, I get that. You don't want your child around that. You don't want to subject them to that. I get that. But I don't know. See, Sharonda,
Yep. I said the same thing, Sharonda. Yep. If it's got to do with anything, yes, of the sorts. So
yeah,
true.
got to relax. Sharonda says if there it is. Calm down again. Calm down. But who calms down on violence? Who calms down on violence? You can't calm down on violence because you don't know what's gonna happen if he in that delivery room. He could get mad at the doctor.
If it was a situation, if it was my child, I definitely, and my daughter had a restraining order, I definitely would make sure that there was no way that he was going to be nowhere near around her. And that has to be respected. So, I mean, for myself, it would be a definite no. If he on a restraining order, definitely it's a wrap. It's not about what he's saying. It's about this is what this document say. And so it's your job right now, because I'm letting you know that my daughter's safety is in jeopardy. So yeah, it's a no.
I think it's this is very deep and serious, but I don't think I'm just going. I don't think any woman should keep the father of the child away from even being in the delivery room, even seeing the child. We see children nowadays suffer so much from that, but we also see men not wanting to be a part of their child's life.
Correct.
Now, if he wants to be in that delivery room, let him be in that. Now, along the road, down the way, or whatever, if he decides to go another route, then you can't stop that. Now is when you go to court and do whatever you got to do that you feel deemed necessary to do on behalf of you and your child. What's in the best interest of you all. But I think at the beginning, if he wants to be in there, here nor there, allow him to be in that room. It's only so much he can do anyway. Only so much, because you got doctors and nurses in there with scalpels and all that other stuff. So you get in there and try something silly. Oh, I'm sure they'll let you have it.
That wouldn't be the time nor the place for nobody to try nothing.
Absolutely. I wouldn't recommend it. Let's say that. I would not recommend it. But that's my take on it. It is Father's Day weekend. Happy Father's Day to
Yes, happy
out
Father's
there.
Day to all the dads out there. Yes, we appreciate you.
Yes,
We're
we
grateful for
certainly
dads. It's always something negative about dads, but we're here to turn it around, and it's gonna be positive.
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 And with all of that being said, it's Father's Day. For those fathers that have been paying child support for years, should they be allowed to see their child?
Definitely.
Now they haven't seen their child in a while. They haven't seen them in a while. They have not seen their child in a while. Now that it's Father's Day, the only thing that they've ever done was just pay child support. Should they be allowed to see their child?
I
The
feel like
the only thing in that child's life,
you're so passionate about this right now.
the only thing in that child's life that he's ever done for that child is pay child support. That's it. He hasn't done anything else for that child. Should he be allowed to see them on Father's Day? Because now let's do this. It's only one day of the year.
Now okay, so then here's this thing. So is he reaching out to see the child? Is it him that's initiating it? That's my question, because if he's not initiating it, I wouldn't understand. Regardless of whether he only paid child support, if he's initiating, he wants to see his child, let him see him or her.
Why does he have to initiate? What? Well, let me say this.
Because it was him. Because it's him that's been missing. It's him that's been missing.
Well, is he necessarily missing?
If he's just paying child support, then that means he hasn't been present in the kid's life. So now if he's requesting on Father's Day to be in the kid's life, why not?
Well, you and I know that there are a lot of men that pay child support.
Yes.
And they feel that's their part, that's their role, that's what they do.
It's so sad, yes.
And so when the time comes for them to see that child, they should be allowed to see them. We know this for a fact that it happens all the time because they have been paying child support. The question yet remains, should he be allowed? And that's the only thing that he has done. And the only time that he ever does anything is just when he gets send that monthly check. Should he be allowed to see that baby on Father's Day? Should he be allowed to be a proud papa and pump his chest, and say, this is my son, daughter, and I blah, 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 bragging rights. And the only thing that you've ever done for that child is pay child support.
Yes, Sharonda. Come on. Sharonda said moms need to stay out of it. I know a lot of kids who have flipped on their mom for not allowing them to see their dad. Be the bigger person and allow it. Kids will have their real perspective on the situation when they're older, period. Yes. And I'm speaking from a child who was used as a pawn. I'm speaking from that position that no, it's not fair. And so if this father wants to see his kid, regardless of whether it was just all about the money. So say the kid is 15 and he been paying child support for 15 years, but ain't never seen the kid, ain't never tried to reach out. Now he want to reach out. Go for it. Allow him, let him, because that child needs his father. Yeah, it would have been nice to have it at birth all the way up to 15, before 15 years old, but here we are 15. We starting something new. Let's get it popping. Let's do it. Allow him to.
Well, I'm always the devil's
She got a lot to say. She got a lot to say. All right.
I'm always the devil's advocate.
Yes, you are.
I'm always speaking from another perspective or another point of view.
Yeah.
My thing is this, whether you from 0 to 15, if that's all you have done for that child, and you want to see that child on Father's Day, let's just say the child is 15. Let's just say the child is 15.
Okay, we'll roll with it.
And you've been paying child support for the last 15 years. Now you want to see your son or daughter. Who makes the decision? Do you let the child make the decision? Or do the mother make that decision?
That's a wonderful. I love it.
Because
it's a great question.
Exactly. Because as a mom, we know women and they get emotional and they get feelings and they don't want to the
Petty,
new
petty.
girlfriend, the new wife. They don't want them
Yep.
to be around their child or, whatever. They get in their feelings about that. So if that's the case, who should be allowed to make that decision? Should the child be allowed to make it? I want to see my dad. Or should we continue to let the mother make that decision?
I'm gonna say that definitely the child's input is very key. And it's unfortunate because we do know real life stories. We know real people that this has happened to, and that the mother holds on or is petty or has always spoken negative about the father. I'm a woman that believes that a kid should see on their own. You should never speak negative of the father. You should never speak negative of the mother. And allow that child to see for his or herself, you know, what that person's character is, how their personality is, because things happen in life and people change. Some people stay the same, but some people change. In some situations, some instances, wisdom, going through things, it changes you. And so I feel as though it's the child's to say, hey, my dad wants to see me, so yeah, I want to see him too. But that's hard because a lot of times our children are navigated by whichever parent they're with. They're swayed because the opinions they've always heard negative about this parent, and now all of a sudden, after 15 years, now all of a sudden you see me, so they take on the characteristics that they've heard from the parent, like, oh, after all this time he ain't thought about me, now he want to think about me at 15. If that's the child's own thinking, they're fine. But if that's because you've programmed them for 15 years with negativity about the parent that's missing, that's wrong. And so I just feel like it's the child's decision on whether they want to or not. And again, it makes a difference. It makes a great difference if the parents have been influenced negatively about that missing parent.
It does, because that can change the whole perception, mindset, outlook
Yep.
on that child's thought process for the remainder of their lives.
Yes.
And we don't know, because we, like you said earlier, we have seen and we know these situations happen. These are facts where when you get 15 and if the child now wants to see their father, but the mother is still having some kind of issues with allowing that to take place, then the child is missing out on
key components, a key component
something that's it's a missing piece of the puzzle. And I think all kids need their dad. I turned out pretty good. Mine wasn't there, but I turned out pretty good. Thank God for the fill-ins, but everybody ain't like me. The village is no longer there like it used to be when we were growing up. There's a different village now, a totally different village.
Definitely.
You got to protect. Now it's to the point where you're protecting your kids from the village. That's the unfortunate piece, but it's the truth. But I don't, 15.
I just feel like that's it's a major part. And I can't speak on, especially in the African American culture, like in our setting, it's always it's always a negative stigma.
Right.
And it's been on both parents, but primarily it's been on the male parent that may be absent, that may be in prison or etc. I can give so many examples, but it's just not fair to have a child to sway them because of your own personal inner dealings with them. Because a child's father, the relationship that a father has with a child is not going to be the same relationship that he has with you, his ex-wife, or you, his baby mom, or you, his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend. Like, that's two totally different relationships. And so a lot of times to poison the child because of a relationship that you had that child will never have with his father. No child will be in a relationship with their parent on a sexual level. Like, that should never ever happen. Like, that's sick. And so therefore, for you to pour all of this onto a kid and give them this viewpoint instead of allowing them to see themselves is unfair. And so people can change. Yeah, your dad may have been whatever, but I'll never speak negatively, or your mom may have been whatever. I never speak negatively on her.
Absolutely.
I'll let you, when that time happens, I'll let you make your own choice about what your feelings or emotions about this, this parent that was missing. That's the right way to go about it, not to poison the child with negative because of something that happened between you all,
Right.
in a sexual or in an intimate relationship, because a parent will never be intimate with their child on that level. So
They
it's two
shouldn't
totally
be.
things. It's two totally separate things, and so
They shouldn't be.
they should never be. And so a lot of times that's the situation, that's the case, and that's why sometimes, at a 15 years old, the girl or the guy boy will be like, no, he ain't been here all this time, mom, you've been holding me down, because that's what mom been teaching.
Yeah.
Instead of just her just moving and maneuvering and doing what she got to do for her kid, and never saying nothing negative, or him doing whatever he got to do for his kid and never saying nothing negative about the mom. If it's time for you to see who your mom is, or talk to your mom if she's not passed away, anything like that, or your dad, you figure it out. You find that out yourself.
Yeah.
That's being the bigger person.
Yep. But if it was me and I had a 15-year-old, because you do have children have to see for themselves. At the age of 15, you can make your decisions on whether or not you want to see your dad. Because pretty much we're talking about, I'm not saying mothers don't pay child support and the dads don't have the custody of them, because there are some cases that are like that too. But either way, if your child needs to see their parent, whether it's Father's Day or Mother's Day, do you allow them to make that decision? Because at the end of the day, they will be the ones who's going to see the real story.
Yep. And they should have the opportunity to ask questions. Hey, mom, why weren't you there? Or hey, dad, what happened to you? Why weren't you there? So that parent can explain from their their side of the fence. Because I had questions from my dad. I had questions from my mom. And it's not nobody else. It's not for nobody else to answer those questions. I have to go directly to that parent and ask that parent what I want to know. And that is, if this kid has the ability to have both parents allowed to ask both parents, allow that opportunity so that they can get clarity for themselves. Because a lot of times it's one-sided. A lot of times it's, I'm gonna tell you what y'all want you to know, so you can stay on my side, so you can be against this person.
Right.
And that's not right. That's not parenting.
No, it's not. But my thing is, it's like you, there you go, Sister Bev. You got to let the child see for themselves.
That's right.
You got to let them see, because paying child support does not necessarily make you the better parent or the best parent or the good parent.
And it don't make them. It don't make you the worst either.
Sharonda says, I don't care how old you are, dad or mom should be there for the kid, period.
Amen.
And everybody, we have choices, we all got choices, but what choice would a parent allow the kid to have when it comes to not seeing their father or not seeing that parent? What decisions will that parent allow that child to have? Even at 10, I think even at 10 years old, a child can make a decision on whether or not they want to see their mom or dad. Because just paying child support does not make you a great parent.
It does not. It does not. But and also, a child is made by two people, and so therefore, the desire will never go away for that absentee parent. I have witnessed it myself. You have witnessed it yourself. That parent could be an alcoholic, a drug addict, whatever. Yes. That child loves their parent regardless. And the desire for their parent and wanting to be parented by their parent, wanting to be around their parent, it's always there because it's in us. That's how God made it. Absolutely. You can't have a baby. A female can't have a baby by herself. A guy can't have a baby by himself. It's two people. And so therefore these two people make this one person. And so that desire for that one person to have both people, it will never go away. It will always be there. I mean, think about kids who have been adopted, grew up in great households, had the best of everything. They still desire to know who is my real parent.
That's right. Who are my biological parents?
That will never go away. So to take that from a child by poisoning them or tainting their mindset or their thought process on their parent is wrong.
They'll be thirsty for that knowledge and information for the remainder of their lives unless they are allowed to seek and go talk to their parent, because there's always two sides or three sides to a story. But a
That's
child
right.
never hears both sides until they talk to both parents. But there are some men that think that paying child support, that's it. I'm good with that. We're not going to worry. I'm done. I'm doing my part. Even if the mother allows them to see the child, they're thinking that child support is the way that, hey, I don't need to see them because I'm paying child support. I'm giving you money every month for this child. So I really don't necessarily need to.
And if that's how that parent feel, let that child find out that that's how that parent feel on his or her own. On his or her own terms, because they won't always be 15. They won't be all. They won't always. They'll eventually they'll come to an age where, again, just like the child that was adopted, want to know what happened to my parent. Why wasn't he around? Why wasn't she around? Why didn't he want to see me? Why they just pay child support? All of these things. Why they never just call? Why they never drop out? All these questions can only get answered by that parent.
And
if that parent is deceased, that's a hard way to go. It's a hard pill to swallow.
And I don't know if you'll ever find the real answer with a deceased parent. I don't know if you'll ever find the real answer. That's why it's so important to allow that father in the delivery room. It's so important to allow that child to see their parent, regardless if they pay child support.
Let them see the faults on their own. Don't point the fault out. Hey, your mom is supposed to come and get you, or hey, your dad is supposed to get you, and then 5 o'clock come around and that parent don't show up. Let the child see that. Don't say nothing negative about it. Just say they didn't show up. I don't know. When they call again, you can ask them what happened and leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Because anything other than that is just the wrong thing to do.
It is. It's the wrong thing to do and the wrong thing to say. Because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we implement a lot of positivity in our babies, because right now they need that. They're thriving, they're thirsting for that. So we need to make sure that we are pushing that positivity into our children, so all these thoughts won't come up in their brain. If they are children that haven't seen their parents or their fathers or whatever in years, now all of a sudden they want to pop up.
Right. Because we are. There has been enough of generations of brokenness, and it starts with children. And Correct. So therefore, don't be a part of that. Don't be a part of the problem. Let them figure that out on their own, because we all desire in our lives to be whole. We all have been through or had some experiences, but if you can reach back out and ask that parent, and if you're watching this video, like it, share, comment. This Wind Down Wednesday, we talk about deep stuff. We talk about real stuff. If you're a parent and this is an issue for you, just stay positive and allow your child to see what he or she need to see on their own. Right. Don't add to it. Don't take away from it. Because it's just to be a part of the continual broken cycle is just really ridiculous.
It is.
So if you could be a part of the solution, hey, I don't know what happened. They were supposed to come and get you. When they call back, I'll let you talk to them and leave it at that. Because at the end of the day, just, a lot of us weren't raised with both of our parents. Things happen. Right. And eventually, at some point in time, we may have gotten the opportunity to go back and talk to both. We may not have. You may be adopted and don't know who either one of your parents are. So you got a lot of questions. But be a part of the positive in that, and not add fire to the fuel because of a relationship that didn't work out between you and him, or you and her. Right. Because it's not fair to the kid at the end of the day.
It's not. And this is Wind Down Wednesday. It's Father's Day weekend. We're talking about two scenarios here. Should the mom that's pregnant, who just recently broke up with her boyfriend, fiance, husband, whatever it is, and she's going to the delivery room shortly, should she file a restraining order on him? And when should a mother allow the child to visit their father if they're just, all the father is doing just paying child support? Should she even let him go? And he said, I want to see my son or daughter on Father's Day. What do? Do you not let the child go, or do you let him go?
Because at the end of the day, real talk, because that's how we do it here, 1000. That the truth will always come to light.
Always.
So it's you don't never have to be one-sided about nothing, because honesty is always the best policy. So speak your
Always.
truth on your end. When it comes to your end, as far as if you're the mom in the relationship, speak your truth as far as what you've done, and
Yep.
allow that other parent to explain what they've done.
Yep. I mean, because I think explaining it, sit down. This is what I think a lot of parents don't do. They don't sit down anymore and talk to their children. You know, they allow their child to see what's going on social media, and they grow up via social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or whatever. So they're growing up on the internet, and the parents don't even have time for it, all because they're out working and they're doing whatever else. So it's very difficult. It's extremely difficult to allow things to take place when you really ain't doing nothing.
And if you know you done moved on and he done moved on, and if you're an adult enough, sit down and y'all both have a conversation with your child. If you're in that space where that can happen, let it happen. Because it's the past is the past, but your child can move on from your past
Yep.
and into the future until they know, until their questions are answered, whatever that may be.
Right. Right. Whatever it may be. So the last thing that we want to talk about for a few minutes is that, okay, this is another scenario, people. This is some things that take place and what's happening. But so the other scenario is there's a person that has a friend, and that friend is in desperate need. Some drastic stuff has happened in their life, and they call their friend and they tell their friend about it. And the friend really needs them right now. So that friend calls the boyfriend and says, "Hey, are you coming over to visit me? I'm at such house. They're having some difficulties. Today is not a good day for them. But are you coming over?" "Yes, I'll be over there." Nothing was ever established as far as what time that person was going to get to their house. Let's see what else they said. They said, oh, they were on the phone talking, and the question was, "You coming over?" "Yeah, but I'll be late. I gotta eat and take a shower. But I'm coming, but I'll be late." No indication of the time to say, "I'll be over there at 10 o'clock, I'll be over there at midnight." Nothing. There was no time. So the friend, the girlfriend to the person, is helping the friend that's in dire need, that's in a desperate funk and or whatever, needs some love and support. The girlfriend texts the boyfriend and says, "What time are you coming?" Boyfriend says, "Oh, I'm at your house." "Huh? What? Wait, you where?" "I'm at your house. Where are you?" The girlfriend says, "Well, hold on, wait a minute, stand by." And they were like, "What? You ain't here?" "Oh, I'm leaving." The girlfriend says, "Give me 5 minutes." Boom. By the time the 5 minutes got time on the clock, she got to her house. He was gone. What do you think about that situation? What do you think should happen? Should she let it go? Don't say nothing. See what happens the next time she tries to reach out and go help somebody. And then the whole thing about it, the boyfriend is always late. The boyfriend ain't never on time. The boyfriend is late, never gets there when he needs to
So
get
she was moving off of the assumption that he's always late, so she would beat him there,
probably so.
basically. So I would just say it was just a lack of communication on both ends. No time was given, nothing was set in stone. So I can see if, hey, I'm gonna be at your house at 9:30, and then I get here at 9:30, and you're not here, and you like, well, I'll be there at 9:35, and like, no, I'm not coming. That's a
Right.
different situation. But I think that it was a lack of communication on both ends. There was no time established. And so therefore, you gotta have patience and grace in relationships. You gotta have a little patience, you gotta have a little grace. He could have had a little grace to say, "Hey, I'll wait," and then she would have explained, like, "Hey, I was helping a friend out. My bad, and went over. you never gave me a time. So,
Right.
it's kind of up in the air. So I just think it was just a lack of communication on both ends, in my opinion.
But the thing about it is, you mean to tell me, and this is what I said to the girl. I said, you mean to tell me he couldn't wait 5 minutes? He could not wait for 5 minutes for you for
Patience is a
5 minutes.
virtue. I tell you, right? For you, you can't get. For me, you can't wait 5 minutes. For you,
5 minutes, and you ain't never on time. And then here, she's doing the part that she always does. She helps people. You know what I'm saying? She helps individuals. Hold on, this Phil Penn. Let's see what Phil Penn got.
Come on, Phil. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I might have hung up on Phil.
Oh, Lord. Call back, please.
I'm trying to see what Phil Penn got to say. He might say something to this.
He always got a little wisdom drop on him.
All right. He going to hit me back. All right. He going to hit me back. But at the end of the day, the question is, what should happen? How upset should she be, if she should be upset at all? I get it. Nothing was said. No time was etched in stone. All of a sudden, bam, they at the front door. You're not there yet because you're still helping the friend in need. But you can't wait 5 minutes for your girlfriend to show. And I told her, I said, I don't know what you're going to do. How are you going to address it? What's going to happen? So
she can easily say, hey, you was impatient, you don't wait 5 minutes. Just as he can easily say, hey, we never really established a time. So, I just feel like it's a learning lesson for them in their relationship, and that they need to work on a communication on both sides.
Right.
And then she definitely should explain or, communicate like, hey, like, dang, I felt like you was kind of in a hurry. Like, we never came up with a time. I kind of felt like you could have waited 5 minutes for him. She should definitely explain how she feels, but I think it was just a lack on both ends.
But where's the understanding? My thing is what I told her. I said, where's the understanding at? You know what I'm saying? What is it that they don't understand? If you're helping somebody that you felt like really needed you at that moment, then where is the understanding on his part? Because if it was him,
or he could have easily said, "Hey, just call me when you're 5 minutes away from the house."
Or it could have been easily said, "I'm on my way to your house."
Either one. The communication. It just goes back to the communication.
I agree with that. It goes back to the communication, but at the end of the day, you can't blame the other person. You can't blame. And then again, I guess you can, because if you're late all the time, you are always late.
You gotta have some grace. You gotta have some grace. You can't be late all the time and then won't let me be 5 minutes late. Like, I do get that.
And that's what I said. Yeah. I told her the same thing. So where's the grace and where's the mercy and favor? Because obviously she's had it for him for pretty much all the time, but he can't give her the 5 minutes. But now she's giving him grace, because she's still giving him grace. At what point do you say, okay, enough is enough, this is this and that is that, and you call it a day? Or are you going to keep allowing that person to be late? And then when you are 5 minutes late, they get in their feelings. Oh, no, not going to happen.
Conversations, y'all need conversations. Every situation is a lesson. So, you'll continue to repeat it until you get it, until something's done about it. And that's just how it goes.
It is. That is it. So once again, people, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I know it's Wind Down Wednesdays. This is what we do. It's Father's Day weekend. Not only is it Father's Day weekend, it's Juneteenth. What do you think about Juneteenth? Juneteenth. Do you think how do you feel about Juneteenth going from a national to a federal? Now it's going to become a federal holiday, which means everything will be closed on Juneteenth.
It's about time. That's how I feel. It is about time, because while everybody's talking about 4th of July, we weren't free.
Girl, we still ain't free.
Listen, we ain't. You right about that. But I'm saying, y'all celebrate 4th of July for what? Because we weren't free. It was no benefit to us. And for those who don't know your history, I need you to research Juneteenth. If you don't know what it is, look it up. Research it.
About it, because y'all know we love to read. We love to read around here, but it's Juneteenth weekend as well as Father's Day.
That weekend,
I
yes.
mean, it's like I take the Juneteenth. You know, I love the Juneteenth. I would take the Juneteenth, and
For
if
sure.
they want to do the Juneteenth as a national federal holiday, which allows everybody to be off.
Praise God.
Everybody don't have to go to work or school. Then so be it. You know, reparations. I mean, you know,
It ain't 40 acres and a mule, but it's something.
we'll take it.
Yes.
We'll take it. I can't say it's finally come, but we'll take whatever they gonna give, how they gonna give it, and how they recognize it. But is it enough? I don't think it'll ever be enough. You know, I don't think it'll ever be enough where we could say we're good. That's enough.
For sure.
No. But it's Juneteenth weekend. It's Father's Day weekend. We want everybody to be safe. Have a wonderful time. Enjoy yourself. You know, I'm trying to really sit here and figure out when is my next trip. You know, I'm always taking little short trips. I'm always going somewhere. I'm always trying to stay alive and well, you know, and do what I like doing for me. But I'm happy, and then God is good. I mean, just God is really good. I mean, what else can I say? It's Juneteenth.
That's right.
It's time to celebrate something. If it ain't nothing but yourself and life, your family, celebrate it. Have fun, be happy. You know, and I want to say this, you know, because there's a debate. We often get in this debate. There are mothers that have been raising their children forever, and they feel that this Mother's Day and Father's Day for them all over.
We're not doing that. Mm-mm.
The thing about it is that daddy put that seed, planted that seed, and you birthed that child. So you didn't do all that by yourself.
That's for sure.
You had a little help. So give him his little props. Let him take his, you know, whether or not he's there or not, you know, it is
Father's
Day. It's Father's Day. It's Men's Day. It's Boys' Day. It's whatever you want to call it. You know, because at the end of the day, Adam ate from the fruit that he shouldn't have. And the unfortunate piece, Eve gave it to him. You fill in the blank and you figure that out. If that woman led him to eat that fruit, I think you should be woman enough to allow that child see his dad, visit his dad, say hi to his dad, and the dad should want to because it's his son or his daughter. Yep. So at the end of the day, it's Juneteenth.
It's Juneteenth. That's more than a
whole lot of things going on in the city of Cincinnati, state of Ohio. You know, we got, what is it, Beard and what is it going on?
Beards and Brims on Saturday, yes.
Beards and Brims at Code 51. You know,
not Code 51. It's on Hamilton. We're on Hamilton. Right. Yeah.
Now, why was I thinking Code? But anywho, I think I might go just to see the beards.
And the brims.
You know, don't come up in that scraggly. Don't come up in that scraggly because nobody wants to see no scraggly beard. Okay.
Right. Okay.
It's the weekend that we celebrate men. It's the weekend that we celebrate fathers. It's this weekend that we celebrate brothers, uncles. We celebrating the men on this weekend. I'm just still trying to figure out where am I going.
Right.
What's my next trip? Should I take a short trip up the road? You know, but whatever I'm gonna do, it's gonna be a great weekend. It's gonna be wonderful. We're gonna have a good time. So with that being said, y'all know what time it is. It's time for us to get that up out of here because I got to go exercise. I got to get my exercise in because I got to stay healthy as I possibly can.
My positive quote is gonna be short and sweet. Just stay positive. Stay positive in all things. Stay positive. There's a lot of negative happening, and it's easy to go that way. It's easy to go down that road, but stay positive.
Hey, y'all heard it. Stay positive. Stay focused. Maintain the lane that you're in, and stop trying to go in somebody else's lane. And whatever you're doing, please do it for yourself. Don't do it for anybody else. Do it for you. Do not do it to try to make a good image of yourself. or a good image of whatever's going on, please do it for yourself. Do it for you. Make yourself happy, because at the end of the day, you're the only one that can make you happy. I mean, extremely happy. Once again, a shout out to my auntie for getting her master's degree.
Woo,
Yes. It had to be difficult, hard times for this 2021. COVID has been lifted in a lot of places. So be careful. Continue to wash your hands. Keep yourself clean. Put your hand or your sleeve or your shirt or your skirt over your mouth when you sneeze. Let's maintain what we have been doing in order to stay COVID free, because it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. Enjoy life. Love it to the fullest. Give somebody a hug. Stay in touch. Y'all know what I say. At the end of the day, it's always better and it's always good, and do what you can. But hey, it's always better to give than it is to receive. Anybody say you got to give a lot, but it's always better to give than it is to receive.
We'll see you guys next week.
Y'all take care. Love ya. Out of here. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.